Previously on Blacksmith Boot Camp.
Latest project's the horseshoe sandwich. It's extremely tough.
Your muscles are wore out. But now you're having to learn a fine motor skill on top of that.
He won the $100 hamburger, and so we're about to go to Arkansas and have a hamburger.
Oh yeah.
I definitely miss my horses a ton. Obviously, I haven't been away from them a lot, especially my mare. I've had her for 10 years.
Tomorrow's a new day. Start fresh.
It's been very exhausting.
It's a lot. It's gonna be historic.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. Today's hauling day, so people haul horses into us, and we trim them, put shoes on some. Today, I think there's quite a few people doing final runs, so it's going to be a pretty busy day, I would say.
Have you done a run before?
No, this is my first one.
I can't remember, Lee. Have you done one before?
Yes, I have. This is my second one.
When are you doing your run?
I already did a couple, and I came close, but not quite.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
You finish on time?
No, not quite. Like it was just like a couple minutes.
How much time do we have left before you have to get that done?
I'm gonna get that.
Oh,
I
you
guess-
24 meters?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So until the end of September, but
Not as good.
if I don't get it done in the next few weeks, I probably will
Yeah, it's
pass. It's fun. It's intense, but it's a lot of learning. Having to be responsible for 3 meals a day.
Found your chaps.
Thank
I
you.
actually didn't find your chaps. Tim found them.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
thank you, Tim.
So we sent out a whole search party. So
Great.
It'd be a thing.
I'm glad I don't have to buy new traps.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't have to serve that expensive.
Yeah,
This was a conversation that we had.
Yes.
For the purpose of,
it was a good conversation.
I feel like it's, very serious.
Is that enough conversation?
So we have to shoe a pair of feet with keg shoes and toe clips or quarter clips, depending on what the feet need. I use handmaids for mine. I've been putting handmaids on for about a month now, and I definitely prefer them over keg shoes. We have to shoe the pair of feet in an hour, fit, finished, and polished. I did my final horse a couple weeks ago. Took me 2 tries. I've just been doing some basic trimming and horseshoeing before here. Nothing at this level though. Having experience coming into it definitely helps, but nothing can really prepare you for it. You just have to make sure you're willing to put in the hard work and the hours. My goal is to get my journeyman by the time I leave here, and hopefully that'll jumpstart my business.
So there's a knock at the man's door, and he goes to the door. And when he opens it, a 6-foot-tall ladybug headbutts him and stomps on his head. He wakes up at the hospital, and he tells the doctor about the situation. The doctor says, wow, well, this is our 6th case of this today. I gotta say, there's a nasty bug going around.
You're just a sweet, big old lovable boy, aren't you?
I don't know about that.
You pull the inside of that heel down. You know where the backs of the heels come back like that? You kind of just got the inside of that heel down.
Too much.
It usually happens when you're going down the foot. If you allow your rasp to turn at all, then that...
I did that.
Yeah, everybody does it. But you've got to be real aware of it so you can avoid doing it. So if you think about the way we teach you, cross this heel, across that heel, then your heels are done, and then they are only a guide for the rest of your foot. As long as you don't have a frog that's prolapse, you can get away with that method. And that would have been a good way to do that foot. Charlie Brown, nobody knew Charlie Brown was so built. Look at that, look at those arms on that kid. He has trouble with eye contact though, huh? Charlie Brown?
I don't have trouble with eye contact, just Chris. It gets me. I don't know why, and I can't do it.
He thinks I'm gonna turn him into stone or something. What happened was I caught him looking at me, and so I just stared at him. He was like, got this daydream look, and he had his hands like this. He was staring at me, and so I looked at him. We have started something new this year we hadn't done before. I'm using Victory nails this year. And you know, when you shoe horses, you're gonna lose shoes. It's unavoidable. But we have lost a lot less shoes this year than most. And it hasn't been a good year for horses' feet anyway. It's been very wet, very hot, very dry, very wet. Whenever you start using a new product, you don't know what you're in for. You don't know what you're gonna get. But I have been just thoroughly impressed. Plus, I really want to buy stuff from people I like. If you haven't met Mark Hickox from Victory yet, you need to meet him. He is a great guy. He's going for his journeyman, but also selling this stuff on the side. Or maybe he's going for his journeyman on the side. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. But their products are amazing. And this is a couple that we're using. This is their E4 nails. This is their City Head Slim. Very easy for students to see the pattern. Very easy to get it in the foot. It drives clean, it clinches nice, and I've been thoroughly impressed. So if you're looking for a nail and you didn't know where to try Victory. They've been around forever, but I hadn't used their nails. I've been shoeing 35 years, and I just started using them now, and very pleased.
I'm struggling. I did my second test, and it went about as good as the first. I had the same problems, you know? Some days you just forget what toes look like. Other days, you know, like I didn't have a timer on me the other day, and I like walked the anvil once, came up with a beautiful shoe, nailed it on, no big deal. But you know, when there's a timer, it really adds a lot.
The first week or so, we did a lot of forge work during the day, but now that we're kind of getting busy, it's really up to you to just do it after hours. So it's really however much you put into it is really what you're going to get out of it. I haven't put as much forge time in as I probably should have, so I've got a lot of that stacked up on me. So I've got to play catch up there. So overwhelmed is what I would say. Very overwhelmed. And it's really easy to get away from you. I mean, really easy.
So tongs here, a tight part of the anvil there, caused that hook to happen.
Wait, what's here?
The tongs.
Oh, yeah.
Tongs here.
Yep.
And then you're on the horn, and then you get to a small part of the horn so you can really wrap just a little tight part.
Yep. And then you said close the toe?
Just close the shoe.
Oh, close.
Just a little bit, just a.
An eighth?
Yeah, not an eighth. She didn't know what an eighth was. She didn't know measurement. And she didn't know millimeters either. She just didn't know measurements. So I told her to do lower a foot, an eighth on one side. She's like, an eighth? What's an eighth? It was pretty funny. So now it's become a joke. All right, good job. So is this horse done?
Yes, sir.
No, it's a blue roan. So like that's a done over there. So is he finished?
Yes, sir. He's been.
I don't know if he's from Finland. How do you know he's from
He
Finland?
has been trimmed.
Okay. All right. So
Morgan, when did you and Tristan become official?
You didn't?
Didn't.
I don't know where that came from.
Basically after like week 2. After like week 2, it was pretty.
Are you kidding me?
I think Tristan's right.
See, Spencer, he agrees. So.
Good friends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll double it. 4 weeks. Week 4 was for sure the done deal though.
How was the donkey farm the other day?
It was good. I went skiing with a donkey, and I got pulled behind. Watching Tim was definitely the highlight of my day, though. That made my day.
I did a second final horse run this week. I didn't pass. I trimmed the first foot, and I did really well on trimming the first foot, and then I got to the second foot, and Cody was calling out the time, and I was behind already. So I was getting through the second foot, dished my quarters, and it just kind of went downhill from there. I was already rushing, and so I finished the foot, put it down, ran to put my shoes in the forge, but I picked the wrong shoe size because I was like feeling overambitious, and so I had like 2 or 3 sets of shoes there, and I picked the one that was a little bit too big, and that's what it came down to, is I had gotten the wrong size of shoe. Chris ended up coming over and like we talked through everything that had happened, and he's really good about that. He's really good about like, all right, so this is where things went wrong. This is why you're struggling here. So it was really good. It was really educational, and I think that's at where I am right now for my runs. That's where I'm at, is like learn where I'm going wrong, what I'm stressing out about, and what I need to work on. So I know what I need to work on.
We're in week 9. It's Saturday, working on getting a bunch of projects cranked out, and they're getting more intense as it goes, and still got a lot more to do. Trying to get to their standards, that is very tough. When forge projects are due, I've been in the forge every night, but I didn't like the way my stuff turned out. So at night, I ended up staying up all night that night doing forge projects. And I only had a few that didn't pass, so I got to redo them. But yeah, it's definitely a lot.
The 12-weekers is getting to become apparent that if they have rested for the last 2-3 weeks, they are in trouble. So if you get behind the curve, this is like getting behind an airplane. Once you get behind the airplane, then there's a cascade of events, and pretty soon you're in trouble. And this place is just like that.
Last week I was definitely struggling a little bit more. We were having a lot of forge projects too, so I was out late a lot and that, but got my final this past week, final horse done. Definitely the best one I've done under time. That was my 4th one. First couple I had to stop halfway through because it was so bad. So I just had spent the time practicing. If you're starting out, coming to this school, especially from this perspective of week 9, the biggest one is be as prepared as you can be for long hours and late nights, and being able to deal with failure well is a big one. Because a lot of you end up failing a lot here, and they're not shy about showing you what you failed at, which is good because that's what makes you better. But knowing how to deal with failure and take that and motivate yourself to get better without getting down on yourself is really the biggest thing.
I got it on my first try. So yeah, it went really well. I was happy about it. I can't believe how much we've learned in 8 weeks, 9 weeks. It's insane. Yeah, we're probably gonna get through these horses really fast, where last time took us like the whole entire day. So I still feel like I have a lot of hours in the forge to still do, and a lot of hours of book work, but we're getting closer, so that's a nice feeling.
Feel like I wish I would have felt like this maybe a couple weeks ago, but I'm getting there, I guess. I've been taking a final any chance I get, because then it just forces me to practice and be on my own, so why not? I'm still extremely slow, but hopefully I get faster. There's a lot of anatomy to it that's pretty difficult, at least to understand right away. I never realized how much went into it until I got here. Because the physical part, I think, just comes over time, because now I can go under 4 feet and not be as tired as I was being down there for 5 seconds.
I would start taking the final, and they'll all tell you, start as early as you can, because putting yourself under that time restraint, it just helps. I think it personally made me better, because I did better than I thought I was going to because of that time restraint and thinking, okay, I have to get this done. And the more tries you get at it, the better you will. So, and if you wait till the end and you don't get it, then you really don't have no other choice. So
you passed your final horse. When did that happen?
I did. I guess it would have been a week ago today, I think, actually. Yeah, last Thursday. And it was one of those deals where just kind of everything seemed to align. It went really well, better than I thought it was going to, really. Yeah, so it was pretty awesome. It felt really good to get that out of the way. That way I can kind of focus more on forging and really like refining my skills and making them better. I started out going to college because I had some scholarships and I was going to play football. So I went there for a year or two, and then COVID hit and kind of ruined everything. So I came home for online school, and that's when I started riding with my dad and shoeing and doing that stuff pretty much full time. Then the year of online school finished up, and I decided that I didn't want to be stuck in a classroom all day and be inside, so I decided horseshoeing was the route I was going to go. So I called Uncle Chris and told him that I was going to be coming, made that decision, and here we are.
This is the bathroom line.
Yep.
Oh my. Gas stations love you guys.
Oh no, I wasn't going to see anybody.
Except for the bathrooms, do you have a bunch of those little
How's it going today?
It's going. We're just getting started on the donkey.
Oh, the camera is here. No, this one's just a trim, but I really need to get my trims down because you can't tack a shoe on a uneven foot. Oh, here. Yeah, this is the rock that we pulled out of here. So that was cool. Had to do a little bit of a resection for where that rock was and stuff, and there's a little one on the other side too. But other than that, it's good.
That one's not a good fit. We'll see. We're gonna make it so.
We have the before. Are you gonna make it the after?
I'll make it the after. We'll see how much of an after it is, but
He's never got shoes before, so we'll have to convince him that it's all right.
Get the tiki torches out.
You want to hold that for me, buddy?
Sorry.
All right, old thing. He seems smart. I mean, I don't know what that little flip out was about. That was after we burned on me. I think it'll be all right.
to take a hoof that's that problematic and make it something that's better and set up for future that's what I love doing this.
Knowing how much happier they're gonna be, like with their feet all trimmed nicely and properly, it's such a good feeling.
I live in the land of balloons, by the way.
She doesn't know what a loon is.
You're
I
a
know
loon.
what it is.
So I have to tell you this.
What can you do? A duck call?
Yeah.
Hey, ducks!
Well, I think we get your haircut when we get back.
I'll think on it, and I'll let you know.
That'd be good.
You know, we'll just do it.
No, I don't think we can.
We can straight razor this thing.
No, we are not.
We can.
Because it would look like a neo-Nazi. Nope.
You wear a hat all the time anyway.
Yeah, but you
We can just shave the top. No.
Okay, now I would be more on board with doing a skullet than actually cutting my hair.
Okay, well, let's do a skullet then.
Oh gosh, should have said that. I would be a little more apt to do that one.
Okay, deal.
Yeah,
We'll do it when we get back.
can do that.
I said I'll have to think about it, but I said I'd be more apt to go about that one.
Okay, deal. Done.
Yeah,
We'll do it when we get back.
We can do that.
We all.
I don't think there's many people in the world that would miss that hair.
4 out of 5 people here think that you should go get your hair cut.
That's not good.
We could take a poll, and I'm pretty sure we could.
I actually don't like those odds or those numbers. I think you're gonna have to get a survey. I want to see an actual paper chart survey.
We can
Okay.
make that happen.
All right, my answer is no. Long-haired boys stick together.
I'm going with yes for cutting his hair. He showed up here to learn how to shoe horses and be a better horseshoer, and I think it's important to have a nice, fresh-looking haircut. And he reminds me of a bad version of the guy off Little House on the Prairie.
Heads he gets one, tails he doesn't.
And for the barber, I chose Bruce Lee because she has some past experience with cutting hair.
Whoever the barber in town is,